In John's Gospel, we read the following. Early on the first day of the week, while it was still dark, Mary Magdalene came to the tomb. You know the one where Jesus had been buried. And she found that the stone had been rolled back. She found the tomb was empty. And she learned that Jesus had risen from the dead. This, of course, is what we'll remember very soon on April 4th when we come together to celebrate Easter. Now, Easter always follows Lent. Usually it follows 40 days of Lent. This year, it feels like Lent has been going on a lot longer than that. It feels like we've been in Lent since, about March of last year, doesn't it? But now we come to Easter. And just as Jesus was resurrected, so we too, our life as church of coming together in this space, well, that's about to become, resurrected, if you will. And I can't wait. I can't wait to see you here. I can't wait to see each other, for us to see each other face to face. Now, it'll be different. It will have to be different. The virus is not yet gone. The risk is not yet over. We've been good. We've been cautious and careful, and that's paying off. We've got vaccines now, and many of us are getting vaccinated, and that pays off. But we still must be careful. And so when we gather, we've got to observe the precautions that we know so well. We've got to keep our distance. And the only way to do that I can think of, when we gather in this space for worship, the only way to keep our distance is to, limit capacity, limit the number of seats available in our church. And so we've had a system for reservations. I had an online survey. Maybe you've completed it. If you've not yet, though, let me know that you want to be here on Easter morning. You need to do so because, our 10:30 seating, it's full. There are some seats left that are available at the 9 o'clock service. So let me know if you want to be here. Now, until Easter, we're going to continue to do everything online. That includes Monday, Thursday, Good Friday at noon, Stations of the Cross, and our Good Friday liturgy at 6 o'clock at night. On Saturday, we're going to have a great vigil of Easter. That'll be offered at 7:30 at night, again, online only. So even for Easter, if you don't feel you're ready to be back in person, join us Saturday night. This will be an Easter celebration. We will have Eucharist. So hope you can join us for that. But then Easter morning, we will have the two services, I said, in person here at St. Mary's in the church, face to face, at 9 o'clock and 10:30. Now, if you can't be here for either of those, be here in person, the 10:30 service will be streamed. Sign on to Zoom like you would for any Sunday service, and you'll be able to watch it and share in Easter here at St. Mary's. But as I said, the virus, it's not done with us yet. And so we still have to take all the appropriate steps to keep ourselves, to keep each other safe. That's why we're going to have seating where we're distanced from each other. We have that safe separation. And we need to keep that separation, keep that distance as we're waiting to come into the building, right? We have to keep that distance as we're seated together, as we leave following worship. And masks, we need to wear our masks inside because that'll keep us safer. Our service will be shorter than we're used to because that will keep us safer. We're not going to have a lot of singing because singing, that's riskier, and we want to keep ourselves safer. This will look different. When we come back, it will have been a long time since we will have all been together in this place. And it will not look like what we used to know a little over a year ago. It just can't. I wish it could, but it can't. But that's okay. That's okay because we're still getting together. It's okay because we still get to be together to proclaim our love of God and to recognize God's love for us. It's okay because, and more than okay, because we're still going to be coming together to celebrate the miracle of Christ, the resurrection of Christ, that death has no power here, but life does. And life wins because God wins. So however you can be present for Easter, whether it's online or in person, I can't wait to have you with me. I can't wait for us to be together, however that is possible for us. It'll be a good thing indeed. Now let me say a few words about what's going to happen after Easter. Following Easter, we're going to continue to have two services, one at 9 o'clock, one at 10:30. They'll both be the same liturgy. We're going to do morning prayer, except for the first Sunday of the month when we'll do the Eucharist. And why morning prayer? Well, because it's shorter. And again, if we can decrease the time together, then we're also decreasing the risk. So our services will continue to be somewhat short. That's okay. As we move on, as we develop greater immunity, as the number of cases continue to decline, as more and more people get vaccinated, we'll be able to develop what we're doing and build on it. I mean, Jesus leapt out of the tomb and just in one great, grand, glorious moment. We got to take baby steps, but we will get where we need to go. Anyway, back to the services. The 9 o'clock service will be the same as the 10:30, except it will be offered online only. For those who can't be present or for whom it wouldn't be wise to be present yet in person, join us 9 o'clock online in the way we've been doing for the last year. And then at 10:30 we'll have another service, except this time we'll offer it in person. So you get to choose. And as I said, we will continue to find our way forward as we figure out the best way to come together, not just in celebration, but in safety as well. And it's been tough to try and balance those two urges and our need to be celebratory. I mean, God gives us such love and care. We have to celebrate. We have to. But we also have to be safe. And I want to say thank you to the vestry of St. Mary's, and to Dr. Mary Stuart David in particular for her advice and counsel during all of this. Your leadership has shown great wisdom, restraint, caution, deep care and abiding love for you, for the members of this parish family. And I am so grateful for their care and for their conscientiousness. And thank you. Thank you for your patience with us and with me as we continue to find our way forward in a time of pandemic. We've had the virus. That's been new and different. We've been worshiping from our couches. That's been new and different. But there are some things that haven't changed even in the midst of pandemic, and one of those is God's love for us. And the other is our love for each other. Thank you for that. Thank you for your grace, your care, and your patience. God bless you. God bless us all. Amen.